Viceroy of Greenland. First came the Dorset, ghosts of the frost, o'er Baffin Bay where the sunlight is lost. They carved out a life on the edge of the world before the red banners of Vikings unfurled. Then Eric, the outcast with fire in his eye, fled Iceland's cold judgment for a new northern sky. 25 long ships set sail for the west, but the hammer of Neptune put them to the test. 11 were swallowed by the salt and the foam. 14 survived to find a new home. Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. 600 farms in a warm epoch's light, 10,000 Norsemen prepared for the fight. From middle to western, the settlements grew under a sky of a cold, brilliant blue. But the Thule arrived like a wave from the west. Ancestors of Inuit put to the quest. In a single great surge from the north to the south, they took the cold land from the dragon's own mouth. The Norsemen vanished, the Thule remained. Then the Danes took the coast and the Inuit chained. But when Nazis loomed and the Danes gave away, the Eagles of Liberty entered the fray. Stars and the stripes over glacier and peak, the giants are waking, the masters are weak. The 47th rose with a plan in his hand. He looked to the north at the great frozen land. I'll buy it with silver, the president cried. But the Danes in their towers, they laughed in their pride. He returned in his glory with a vow and a blade. By gold or by iron, the deal shall be made. Who shall I send to the fjord and the snow? Who is the hero to make the land grow? Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. Oh, all hail the Viceroy of Greenland. The Colonel has answered. The summons is done. From the halls of the nuke to the midnight sun, with the strength of the mountains and the will of the storm, the American empire begins to take form. Chris is running the show. Chris is running the show.
Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, and here we are yet again for what, the third broadcast of the day? Fourth broadcast. We had Bri Brews with Byron Shepard, then we had the news. After the news, we had Professor G and myself. 7,400 plus people tuned in for that while it was live. Thank you for that, audience. Really appreciate that. Nice little coin in the purse, too, from the Super Chats. Thank you for that. Did our best to answer the questions. The future ones won't be 2 hours long, probably an hour and a half. But this one was a taster to get us going for the first time. So those who missed it, There's 3 things for you to watch today. And here we are with Night Owls on the 5th of May. I have to be up early tomorrow. Well, not that early, to go to the county seat for training as judge of election. Then I come back and work on that. Johan Barkhuizen says the chat with Professor G was excellent. Okay, we'll try. We've been trying to do it for months. It finally worked out. Back, I can say hello out of Iowa. Made it safely over. A cripple Kent, welcome to you. Welcome to America, I can say. You want to do an interview? So tonight I'm going to talk about the refugees and the arrivals and where we're at now. Because, folks, we are close to that cap that everyone's so worried about. So close to that cap, we're going to bust the cap or we're going to stop sending refugees over very soon. Alan McGill's here, Brenda Ruth, Aline Cecile Kruger, Loretta's here. Loretta, I believe, been in touch with your daughter in Florida. And then Charles Van Onselen, Fluffy Naval, Courtney McBride. Go Navy. Oh, Courtney. Oh, I'm not going to ruin your coming nuptials by attacking the Navy. But only 18 months. Sure seems like you've been a member for a lot longer there. And but you can see you can only afford to be a team member, recruit at the lowest level, because Courtney is just a postal worker, and they don't pay those guys enough for the work they do. Sedgefield's back. Good to see you again, man. I heard the weather's gone crazy in South Africa. Big weather advisory. A lot of schools closed down, including down on your area, the Garden Route in Knysna. Schools are shut down, among other places. But Cripple Kent, welcome to you, to America. Vodka Models here. Is the little one ready to get dancing soon? Sure we can. Okay, well, send me an email and or a WhatsApp and let me know. Are you still considering moving to Afton? I've been considering it for some time. Yes, why you ask? Thank you for the $2 super chat, Courtney. Appreciate that. Have you been to Afton? I like Afton. It's nice, but you're kind of far away. But there is a VA clinic there, so it's kind of cool. Thank you for tuning in to Refugee So Far video. You're very welcome, Vodka Mod. I do it every single month. Update people on what's going on, because the legacy media will lie and get it wrong. They'll get it wrong. So, yep. So we've also eclipsed 126,000 refugees. It took over almost 4 weeks to gain another 1,000. That sucks, but we're glad we gained 1,000. At least we're not shrinking. So 126,000, we finally crossed that threshold. Make a song for the U.S. Navy, Charles. I'm not going to make a song for the Navy. That'll just fall right into Courtney's hands. He'll love that. We have a song for the Navy. The Village People. In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. Oh, my goodness. Peter Talliard, welcome to you. Miss you at the wedding, Colonel. Well, I appreciate the photos. And when is the wedding again? I don't have the invitation handy. It's like right around the corner, isn't it? This weekend I'll be in Florida. But thank you so kindly, Courtney, for inviting me to the wedding. I really wish I could be there. I've been to weddings in Liberia, in Tunisia, and I think a few other places. 20 minutes he gets up. Okay, thanks, Vodka Model. Like clockwork. All right, so shall we take a look at some of these numbers? Anyone curious? June 9th. Okay, thank you, Courtney. Well, it's not out of the mix yet, but it's probably not likely. So can you share some times you'll be in Florida this weekend? Yeah, Johan. I arrive Friday night. I'll be staying overnight somewhere. I'll be available Saturday, Sunday, and most of Monday before I fly out. That's what I can make available. I plan on Jacksonville, but apparently there aren't many refugees up there. I interviewed someone that was in Jacksonville before, but he's moved down to the Tampa-St. Pete area, so I'm not going to go up there. Fun Furin was the guy I saw up there, so he's moved, so I'm not going to go to Jacksonville now, so I'm probably just going to go to Orlando and Tampa, which gives me more flexibility. I could do one on Saturday, one on Sunday, but I have to figure out. It depends on a couple people offer me accommodation, but the accommodation's in opposite directions, so I have to figure out what's going to make the most sense. And so I also need to reach out to my cousin down there, see if I can't see him. Not sure, but water's now palatable. It was terrible lagoon about the breach. Okay, Sedgefield. Interesting you share that. May 9th, correction. Oh, my phone was dead on it, so it's recharging now. My backup phone. Son's a big fan of your songs. Hey, Charles, I'm glad to hear that. A Navy song. Maybe do one. Let me think about it. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Florida. Who is asking about the Florida thing? Oh, that's Johan Barkhuizen. So, yeah, I'll be in Orlando. And when I say Tampa, I mean Tampa is Clearwater and all the places around that. So there's a lot of places where South Africans are. I'm waiting for feedback. I sent emails out last night, and I hadn't got responses from many people. And those I could find in WhatsApp that I knew were in Florida, I wrote to them. And I get so many WhatsApps, I have to search through my WhatsApp. But I've been very busy. I spent 3 hours at the Veterans Organization tonight helping out. Our waitress is in the hospital again for a serious medical condition, so we didn't have wait staff. There wasn't a lot of people in the dining room, but there was help needed at the bar. There's just one bartender, people ordering a lot of food. It was taco night because it was Cinco de Mayo. So I helped the bartender out by clearing stuff off, and I did a 50-50 raffle, which raised a few $100s, and then took dirty dishes back and things like that. So hang on a second. Okay, it's just unlocking my phone. Daughter, have a few refugees in Tampa that would love to see you. Well, I hope there's a lot of refugees in Tampa that want to see me. Yep. Bush Wookie says, I hope you're not working too hard. You got a job offer. Congratulations. Where's your job offer at? And where are you at, Bush Wookie? I don't even recognize where you're at. It's the Independence Day for Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, but it's been turned into some silly holiday in America. Mexicans don't really celebrate the way we do. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Farewell to foreign shores. We shall sail at break. Well, that's the actual Navy's theme song. Drink to the foam. Yeah, it's the one. Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. That's the song. Courtney knows it. Yep. No, if you're a good soldier or a trooper or a sailor, then you kind of know those, at least most of that for each of the services. We have events, particularly at the War College, where it's a joint service. Even though it's Army War College, all of the War Colleges are joint service. There's people from every service in them. We have Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard at our plus 80 foreign students at our War College every year in the resident course. So, yeah. So we have events and graduations and, up and away, my beautiful. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah. So we do the one I don't know very well is the Coast Guard one. Okay. You're in Wisconsin last week. Okay, congratulations. Welcome aboard. I hope you have a good case, officer. Air Force 2 touchdown this afternoon where we were at. Would have liked to see advance, but found out it was too late. Ah, shame. Yep, from the halls of Montezuma, the shores of Tripoli. We'll fight our nation's battle on the air, land, and sea. The halls of Montezuma are in Mexico, and the shores of Tripoli are where the Marines went to fight the Barbary pirates. Yep. That's the Marines, yes. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Yep. Yep, that's the Marine Corps anthem. Who cares about Mexico? About 45 million Mexicans or Hispanics here. They're not all Mexicans. Anyway, so Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what did I say? I said we're likely to breach the 6,000 mark this month, unless I'm proven wrong. And guess what? I was proven correct. 6,066 refugees this fiscal year. Woohoo! Wax on, wax off. I don't even know the Space Force song. I haven't heard it yet. Got it right again, boys and girls. Got it right again. Just call me Senior Fun Wyatt. Got it right again. 6,066 South Africans this fiscal year, minus the 4 that went back. 62. When you add 335 came last year, it's 6,401. When you subtract the 4 that have gone home, 6,397 South Africans on our shores who were not here before May 12th of last year. 6,397 South Africans here. Government reduces diesel price. Yeah. Well, they put it down incorrectly. They put 93 cents. Idiots. That's all they took off. Yep. So, 6,066. Texas, California, and Florida continue to be the top 3 states taking in refugees. They are among the largest. Babyface Cutie, what's going on? How's the Walker going? Have you gotten around with it? It looks really cool. Well, Courtney, it isn't just Afrikaners leaving. Coloreds and Indians are also left, and a few blacks have left. And Loretta Neathling says the correct thing, 6,000 saved souls. Yep. Well, Courtney, there are 2.8 million Afrikaners in South Africa. There are also another 800,000 living abroad. So they're not going to disappear. Not in a danger race. Not at this pace, 6,000. But that's 6,000 people who've been rescued from what's going on there. Although, boy, I'll tell you what, I kept the comments off on my Facebook, on my YouTube channel for the interview with Lawrence McDonald, but I didn't do that on Facebook. I need to go and turn them off. Boy, people are really, really nasty. I knew they were going to be. That's why I left the comments off. But man, have they gone off on him on Facebook. Because I posted on Facebook earlier today, and some people upset. I think people need to have more objective views of things. Well, it's below what most people expected, but I said over 6,000, just over 6,000. It got there. So I don't know. I don't know that they fly every single day. That's part of the problem. So, yep. But 6,000, 1570 is the biggest month yet. This was the biggest month yet. Barely, well, not barely, slightly over a previous month, but it's the most people ever. But for a full month, it was perhaps a little disappointing for some folks. But again, absorptive capacity is part of the problem here. Notre Dame's rugby team, I'm not sure that they're all that good. There are some good teams here on this side that have good rugby teams, but I'm not sure that they're all that good. I've not seen them play. West Point has had a decent rugby team in the past. I don't know how it is now. Vanna says, hey, I'm not going to say I'm lied to me. Maybe they'll show some of the numbers in April on next month, but if what they told me is true, numbers should skyrocket. I'm not sure, Verna. I know you were telling me they were saying some things, but this is a reality. This is the numbers released by the U.S. government. April, 1,570, which is larger than February. But remember, February, the 23rd through the 28th, there was nobody coming. So that's 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 full days, almost a week that nobody came, and we hit 1,507. Had it been a full month, it probably would have eclipsed this month's total. But now we're at 1,570 for April. It's the largest month yet. Largest month yet. So, I mean, that's pretty wild, huh? So Texas will have 1,000 refugees before this is over, easily. Now that's an impact. 1,000 South Africans show up in one state. That's not a drop in the bucket. That's going to have an impact, particularly those of reproduction age. So Florida with 451 comes second, just ahead of California with 450. They swap places back and forth. In February, California had the most. In March, Florida had more. In April, California had more than Florida. So, uh-oh, your video failed. Sorry about that, Charles. Blue screen of death. That's a shame. Anyway, there you go. Those are the top states for destinations. You can see how many have come over. So that's what we've got so far this year, this fiscal year 2026. Yeah, and again, November was only a few days. It was from the 17th or 19th onwards. And then December stopped around the 18th of December. January, first 5 days weren't there. February, we stopped from the 23rd, 28th. March, we didn't start till the 9th. April's the first full month, 6,066. So now that's going to raise all kinds of questions. People are going to say, but wait a second. Isn't there a cap? Isn't there a 7,000 person cap? Indeed there is. Indeed there is. But will the cap be adhered to? We shall see. And those who abuse me because I gave analysis, which I said it's likely to be exceeded, we shall see if their abuse was warranted. Well, it wasn't warranted. No reason to abuse anybody just for offering their opinion. But there are some nasty people out there. So let's go ahead and show you this. All right, so refugee arrivals this year, April 2026. So, actually, that should say May. It's through April. 6,066 refugees have arrived. 7,000 was the cap for South Africa. Out of 7,500 for the year. Okay, bye, CB. Where are you going to bed? Arrivals, March, October. Oh, I got to fix that. That slide's messed up. October to April. It's 87%. Texas, Florida, and California at 16. I think I must have put this in the damn my video. That sucks. So I made an error. So someone's probably going to comment and be pedantic about that. Damn it. What's going on here? I can't get out of that. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Wouldn't free up. So yeah, so the total is 6,066 for the fiscal year. If you think it's going to be adhered to, then you would say Trump isn't serious. If he adheres to the cap, then he's not going to lay more than 7,000 in, which means it'll stop soon. Hey, Veroshka. Yeah, I got to fix that slide now. I just realized that's messed up. Damn it. Oh, that's pissing me off because I put that in a video. Oh, well. Most people won't notice it. They'll see the numbers, but other people be snipping. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. He's always getting wrong. He's never wrong. He's always Mr. Right. You watch. I guarantee it. These people are so predictable. They're like the weather. You can figure them out. Okay, this should be April. Okay, there we go. Now it's fixed. Too many R's in April, though. I'm going to fix that. Save that again. I am cooking in my studio. It is like super warm in here. It's not even summertime. I wonder why. The heat must be on. to turn that crap off. It's cooking me here. Okay. Which one is this? It's that one. Hang on a second. I gotta look and see which. I can't remember which one this is. Yeah, it's that third one. Okay. Whew, I just took my one shirt off. It's like I'm going through a freaking heat, hot flash here. Save. Replace this one. Just that slide. Okay, that's taken care of now. Okay, cool beans. Whew. Turn that crap off. Charles says weather's been up and down. Yeah, no, I follow the weather. Yep. Just edit the video with the caption correctly and the number. I'm not going to edit the video. It's posted. It's fine. I can live with the mistake. Holden Caulfield, what's going on? By the way, I'm wearing a T-shirt that was sent to me. Remember these? We got 3 of these. The Bug Girl Bunny. Windows is currently bane in my life. Yeah, I get that, Charles. That's certainly what happens to me sometimes. Yeah, vodka model. One of my viewers made this and sent me 3 of them. Really cool. It's in Florida too, I think. Isn't he? Isn't that in Florida? 2,900. I never said 2,900. I never said 2,900. I said if the numbers they talked about, and this was back when they were talking about building that village, if that would give them capacity to process 2,400 a month. If they did that, then that would mean it would be up to 30,000 for the year. Snow expected, South Africa. Oh, I'm loving it. I should be there now. Good stuff. By the way, today, folks, Jan Serfontein announced his retirement from rugby. I'm really bummed. I'm not going to say I'm crushed, but I'm disappointed. I really wanted to watch him this year for the Bulls. Jan Serfontein bows out after a celebrated 15-year career. Springbok and Vodacom Bulls center Jan Serfontein has decided to retire after a celebrated first-class career spanning 15 years. The midfielder had been mulling his decision for some time and finally made up his mind after consulting his family and coach. Every player knows that there's a time to call it a day, reflected the 33-year-old. He said that playing for the Vodacom Bulls had been a dream come true. We used to drive up from Port Elizabeth to watch Currie Cup finals, and also the year 2009 they won the Super Rugby final against the Chiefs. I was always a fan from when I was a youngster. There were many highs and lows, and I'm massively proud and fortunate to have represented the Bulls. Serfontein's ascent was meteoric. Born in Eastern Cape in 1993, he first grabbed major attention in 2012 when he helped the Junior Springboks to a Junior World Championship title on home soil. His dominant performances that year earned him the prestigious title of World Junior Player of the Year, marking him as a potential Springbok mainstay, which he should have been. Serfontein transitioned seamlessly into the senior ranks, making his Springbok debut at just 20 years of age against Italy in 2013. Over the next 4 years, he became a fixture in the national setup, earning 35 caps. He was robbed. And representing South Africa at the 2015 Rugby World Cup, where the team secured a bronze. Domestically, he established himself as a physical and technical force in the Bulls from 2012-2017 before seeking a new challenge in Europe and real money. Vodacom Bulls chief executive Edgar Rathbone, Jan has been the epitome of a true professional and a loftiest man through and through. From the moment he first arrived as world-class junior talent to his return as a veteran leader, his contribution to this jersey has been immense. While his final season was unfortunately cut short by injury, his impact on the culture of this team and his mentorship of the younger players remain invaluable. We wish Jan and his family nothing but the best for his next chapter. He will always have a home here at Loftus Versfeld. Coach Johan Ackerman was equally effusive, praising Serfontein's professional manner. I must congratulate him for playing at the highest level and always putting his body on the line. Unfortunately, I didn't have a long time coaching Jan at the Bulls, but he struck me as a quality person and a great team man. He was always humble and supportive of the team. When he saw me, I felt the need to support his decision. You can have plans, but there's often an inner voice that talks to you. You have to have peace. Besides, the person is more important than rugby itself. I can only thank him for the way he was every day. May him and his family be blessed as they embark on a new chapter. In 2017, Jan Serfontein moved to Montpellier, where he would spend the next 8 years. During his time in France, he evolved into a veteran leader, making over 140 appearances for Montpellier and helping the club reach the pinnacle of European rugby. His tenure was highlighted by 2 major trophies, the European Challenge Cup in 2021 and the French Top 14 Championship in 2022. In 2025, he completed a highly anticipated return to Loftus Versfeld. However, his homecoming season was hampered by a significant medial collateral ligament injury sustained in April. Yeah, so I'm bummed out. Yeah, I'm with you, Johan Barkaz, and it seems like he just started playing. He was one of my absolute favorite Springboks, and the fact that he hasn't played for Springboks since 2015 was a travesty, an absolute travesty. Absolute travesty. Jan Serfontein should have been playing for the Springboks. The bigotry against him and his style of play really pissed me off over the past 11 years. Jan Serfontein should have had 100 tests as a Springbok. He was that talented. Yeah, Gary Player was in the White House. I actually have that video. I'll play that if you guys want to hear that. So I haven't had a chance to download it on my PC yet, but I'll do that now. So, yeah, Gary Player said some really cool stuff today. Let me see if I can find this very quickly. I intended to make a video out of it. So, but I need to download it first. Copy link, download this. He's like 92 or 93 now. Got it? Okay, now we'll play it for you guys.
Well, Mr. President,
okay. There it is. Okay. Yeah, Gary Player. All right, so. Yeah, Jan Serfontein would have had over 100 caps had he been a different race group. Exactly. Exactly correct. If he had been something else, he would have had over 100 caps. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Bigotry against him by the coaches that came afterwards, and the fact that Rossi never called him up. I don't know why Rossi never called him up. That really pissed me off. It really pissed me off. Thank you very much, Colonel Chris. I do enjoy walking much more and now able to walk much more and sit less. I do enjoy it. Oh, that's great. Babyface Cutie, I'm glad that that's helped. It's a pretty cool looking walker. I mean, I don't use a walker, but I mean, I like that one. Yeah. Shelter in place order in Natick, Massachusetts. That's a testing facility, Holden, where they test stuff. Really like Jan Serfontein, great player. Yep, Charles, he was fantastic. They said they're aiming at $4,500 per month, so the cap means, yeah, exactly. We'll see if it happens, though. All right, where are we at? Congrats on the walker. Okay, okay, here we go. So this is Gary Player in the White House today. Let's check this one out. Okay, here you go.
well, Mr. President, first of all, thank you very much for having us and hosting this today. I've been around almost every president for the last 65 years. And I've never seen a president that loves this country as much. They all did, and they all did great works. But I've never seen a president that loves the country as much as you do. And I say thank you, because I've traveled more miles than any human being before without being repetitive. And I've never seen a country like this. The freedom that exists, which is so important to all of us. And you know, sport can change the world. It can give people a chance that don't have any hope. It can give them hope, as we've seen. Many people with little education have become world champions. Only in America have you got that opportunity. And the other thing is, to Mr. Kennedy, who I have absolute, utmost respect for, you know, my great dream now, I'm finished with tournament golf, my great dream is for the youth of America. The youth of a nation are the trustees of posterity. These are the people that are going to be the future champions. And when I talk, I always talk about the importance of fitness. It's so important. Please, can we bring it back in the schools? And as Senator Kennedy has so aptly said, to eat properly. This is so important, what you put in your body. And the big thing that I wish, and I pray every day, and wherever I talk, and I do a lot of talking, I say to the young people, just love this country, because you don't realize what's going on around the world. Even the students of the great universities of America really don't understand what's happening around the world today. There is a silent war taking place against America today. And what we've got to do is make these kids realize that freedom and exercise and education, start reading some books. Yes, keep your phone, but also read some good books. And listen to what Mr. Kennedy has said. What you put in your body is so important. What a wonderful job he's done, and all your cabinet members, of which I say thank you for maintaining this great word, this cherished word, freedom.
Wow. There's the man that the ANC hates, but the old Black Knight has more friends in the world than they do. Oh yeah, everybody loves Gary Player, except the ANC. But that's not to be surprised by that. Two great men, Gary Player and Donald Trump. Yep. Yep, pretty wild stuff there. Pretty awesome stuff to see Gary Player. So guys, you tell me, do you want this? We've got 63 people here, so it's not a whole lot of people for Night Owls. And so when I retired, some pretty cool stuff happened. You know, we don't get gold watches, although I've got a nice watch upstairs that I bought for myself years ago. But I was grabbing something from upstairs, and on the shelf in the closet where I store things, I found the stack of things that I got when I retired. Some of them I requested, and others were just given to me by default. You want me to show you this? Are you guys interested in that? I haven't shown this stuff in a very long time. Anybody want to see my my farewell stuff from U.S. Army and from military service? Red John says yes. Johan says yes. Okay. Well, first off, every retiree gets this. It's pretty cool. It's celebrating your legacy of service. It says Soldier for Life, retired U.S. Army. You can see this box. I've never met Gary Player. Yep. Okay. Hey, Daisy. So you open it up, okay, and inside you'll find a U.S. flag. So every soldier gets their own personalized flag when they retire. That's pretty cool. And it's the nice, good quality cloth, not nylon. So you get that. You get this Soldier for Life sticker, which I've never used. And here's some others here too. There's another one. So Soldier for Life. We get these. So pretty cool. So that's nice. It's like, looks like a CD, but it's just a CD case with these stickers in it. Just sent you email and enough details from you. Okay, thank you for that, Kripikint. Okay. And this, of course, comes with not just the flag, but this ribbon over here and this pin, Soldier for Life, which is pretty cool. So you get this. I had no idea you get this when you retire. That was a surprise to me. They gave that to me. It's pretty nice. Celebrating your legacy of service. Once a soldier, always a soldier for life. Yep. So, yep. All right. The governor of your state can issue a letter on your retirement if you request it. And this is from the great state of Ohio. Anybody in Ohio here? I was Ohio resident for 41 years. Governor DeWine, whom I just wrote to about the driver's license, sent this to me. Mike DeWine and John Husted, Governor and Lieutenant Governor of Ohio, do hereby officially recognize William M. White, United States Army. Congratulations on the completion of your 36-year career of honorable and faithful military service. Your country sincerely appreciates your loyalty, dedication, and commitment to the principles of freedom and democracy. On behalf of all Ohioans, we're grateful for exemplifying the highest traditions of patriotism for all Americans. On this first day of October 2019, the day I retired, Mike DeWine, and these are signatures, and John Husted, Debbie Ashenhurst, Major General Retired, Director of Ohio Veterans Service, with the seal of the great state of Ohio. And those are actual signatures, none of this auto pen nonsense. So that was from Ohio, from the governor of Ohio. That was really cool. Okay. This is my discharge paper from the Army. So from the Armed Forces of the United States, this is to certify that William Martin Wyatt, Colonel, was honorably discharged from the United States Army on the 30th of September 2019. Yep. Cool beans. Okay. All right, what else we got here? This is signed, no auto pen, an actual signature, so I have something with a signature on it. Certificate of Appreciation for the Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Colonel William Martin Wyatt, United States Army. I extend to you my personal thanks and sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of her honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that in the coming years you will maintain active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you serve. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Donald John Trump, Commander-in-Chief, United States, President of the United States of America. So that's from President Trump. What else we got here? This is from Sergeant Major of the Army. It's from General Milley. I could have done without his signature, but Mark Esper, Secretary of the Army. Colonel Wyatt, with great pride, we present the United States flag, the Army Retired Soldier for Life, lapel button, and Soldier for Life decals for you as small tokens of our appreciation for your distinguished service to our Army and our nation. We ask that you proudly display the Soldier for Life decal to signify your continuing commitment to the Army family and team. Soldier for Life captures the essence of the warrior spirit in our Army's culture. Even in retirement, you're made a valuable part of the Army team, a living testament to the saying, once a soldier, always a soldier for life. In the years to come, remember that when we show appreciation for the strength and selflessness of our soldiers, we are saluting retired soldiers and those actively in uniform. We also extend our sincerest gratitude to your family and their exemplary service for all they have given our nation in support of their soldier. We hope you remain a vital member of our Army family by engaging with your local civilian and military communities. By doing so, you will continue to make a lasting difference. Display the flag, wear the button, and display the decal with pride. They will remind you of your service and dedication to the United States of America, and they will remind all Americans of the men and women who defend our nation's freedoms. Daniel Daly, Sergeant Major of the Army, Mark Milley, General, United States Army, Chief of Staff, and Mark Esper, Secretary of the Army. And these, once again, are not auto-penned. These are signed by the people. And their flags are up here representing their roles. Okay. If you're in the military, do you perform any duties for your state, or is it all federal duties? Well, if you're in the National Guard, you perform duties for your state. I spent 2 years in the Ohio National Guard. Retirement age for the military, yes, 60. 62 for National Guard and Reserve, 60 for active duty. This was my retirement award, the United States of America, the Legion of Merit. To all those who shall see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress 20 July 1942, has awarded the Legion of Merit, Colonel William M. Wyatt, United States Army War College, for exceptionally meritorious service while serving in positions of increasing responsibility throughout a 33 military year career. It was 36 and a half. Culminating as Director of African Studies, Department of National Security and Strategy, School of Strategic Land Power, United States Army War College, Carlisle Barracks, Pennsylvania. Colonel Wyatt's exemplary record of selfless service, professionalism, dedication to the military profession of arms result in significant and lasting contributions to the security of the United States. His outstanding leadership and performance of duty are in keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflect distinct credit upon him, United States Army War College, and the United States Army. Permanent Order number 227-001, 15th day of August, 2019. Walter Pyatt, Lieutenant General, United States Army, Director of the Army Staff. Yes, I can be called up. That's why I'm on a retired list. Up to the age of 70, I can be recalled without any question. After 70, it takes special approval, but up to 70, right now, I can be called back to active duty, and I have to go instantly. All right, what else have I got here? What's this? Okay. Is it in there? I think I took it out of here. So, this is from the office of William J. Clinton. I think I've got it elsewhere here. Let me see. I'll put it somewhere else. This is from the House of Representatives. Okay. And this one was from George W. Bush. So I think I put them all in one folder. Or did I? They're here somewhere. Not there. What's this one? That one's from Mike DeWine. That was the first one. So where the heck are they at? Are they all loose here? Or what's going on? Okay. See how often I look at these things? Oh, here we go. Now this is fascinating because you're supposed to get these every time you get promoted. So it's interesting. So which one's this? Yeah. So you're supposed to get these promotion certificates every time you get promoted. From major, lieutenant colonel, colonel. I never got one promotion certificate the entire time I was in the Army. And then suddenly at retirement, they had one for me. William Martin Wyatt appointed him lieutenant colonel, foreign area officer, regular Army, to the rank as such, 2nd day of October, 2007. Yeah, so that's for my lieutenant colonel promotion. And then I got this one. I got these after I retired. You're supposed to get them when you get promoted. So this one here, and that one's for the rank of colonel. Yeah, so they must have had one of them sitting around and just never sent it to me. So that's pretty cool. I finally got those years later. That's better late than never, I guess, huh? Okay, I don't know where those letters are at. I'm going to have to find them. They're not here. That's really weird. A certificate of retirement for the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Served faithfully and honorably. This is Mark Milley. So that's the Army certificate of retirement. There you go. Anyway, I don't know where these darn things are at. They should have been here. Interesting. There's nothing in there. I've got a letter from Clinton, one from my congressman, and one from Bush. But not Bush Sr. because he just died. It was too late to give it. And then, yeah, so that's weird. I would have thought it was in here, but there's nothing in here. Very strange. I must have put them in a folder or something. That is odd. Very odd. Very strange. I wonder what they did for the write-up, if they actually did something. Oh, here you go. There's a narrative. This is for the award. I need to scan this before it gets messed up because the ink from the printer comes off. So the orders are actually in here. What they write up was they covered my time at the War College, 2015-2019, Superior Instructions, faculty member, Department of National Security and Strategy. Taught master's level courses in the theory of war, strategy, national security policy, and developed and delivered the Africa Regional Studies program to more than 360 U.S. international students. Leveraged his extensive experience in international relations, defense and security reform, joint and combined operations, interagency policy development to update its curriculum, ensuring the courses were always current and reflected the latest research, policy, and strategic situations around the globe. Also became a published author. They'll cover that. Colonel Wyatt served in several key positions building peace and security in Africa, becoming a true subject matter expert in building partner capacity in Africa as a senior military advisor, U.S. mission to the African Union. Colonel Wyatt coordinated training and support for many vital programs, including U.S. and African Union support to the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. As chief of the Office of Security Cooperation in Uganda, he coordinated successful evacuation of nearly 100 Americans from war-torn South Sudan. In both Uganda and Botswana, he helped these countries reform their security and defense systems to become more effective, professional, and efficient, and better able to protect their nation's people. Yeah, and then they skipped all the other stuff I did, including the rebuilding the Armed Force Library, which is one of the most important things I accomplished in my career. Where the hell are my letters at? Now I'm a little concerned. They should be here, but they're not here. It's very weird. Make sure that they weren't somewhere else, and I missed them. I don't think I missed them. Not there. That's very concerning. And that's not there. So, interesting. It definitely wasn't in there, so that is odd. I'm going to have to search for those now. Now I have to put out a freaking, send out a flare. I'm a little concerned about that. What company made that flag? I don't know what company made Loretta. I don't think it's written on the box. No, it's not. It's not written on the box. But it was made in America. They don't buy this stuff from overseas to give the soldiers for retirement. Imagine the scandal if they did. You contribute to the USO. Those of you in this great nation can do the same, to do great work for veterans. They do. They're fantastic. And they're all volunteers that work there for them. I never really had much opportunity to take advantage of the USO. When I was a junior troop in Germany, we had a USO in Bad Kreuznach on Rose Barracks. I went there to use the phone to call home, to call my mother and family, and it was like three marks a minute. It was expensive, which is $1 a minute back then, or over $1 a minute. So I didn't have much money, so I'd call once a month or something like that. And they had a pool table up there, so occasionally I'd go up there and shoot pool, but that was it. Never really used the USO beyond that. After that, in combat, never really got to use the USO. Never saw on the USO tours. I saw a couple performances, like the Sounds of Success was a USO tour in Fliegerhorst in Germany when I was there, when I was a lieutenant. But I never really used USO lounges except the one in St. Louis when I flew to Germany in 1990. It wasn't until I retired that I actually got to start using these USO lounges. I've used it in Philadelphia, San Francisco, where else? I mean, many, many places now I've used USO lounges. Las Vegas, I used that one. Strange names aside, my surname has been pronounced. What do you mean some strange names? And who says your surname is what? Fundemeva? Who can't pronounce that? You're in Idaho. Where are you in Idaho, Cyril? Where in Idaho are you located? Boise? Twin Falls? Oh, yeah, Peter. That's just scratching the surface. But now I'm really concerned about where those letters are at, and I have them. I wonder what... I must have put them all in a folder. Twin Falls. Well, you landed in the hay. Twin Falls is lovely. I went there and met refugees last year. I was part of the Cake Net documentary. Twin Falls is awesome. Twin Falls Delight. That's one of my songs. We played that one last night. Man, I am cooking here. Absolutely cooking. Anyway, Oh, I lost 2 subscribers. The trolls subscribe so they can post comments and then they drop off. So it was 126,000. So yeah, you love it there. Well, I don't blame you. I liked it out there too. Wait till wintertime. Dante needs to wake up. Okay, what do you want to hear? Thank you, Sorrel. Yep, no, Twin Falls is awesome. Got some nice people out there. I enjoyed my time out there. In fact, I enjoyed my time in Idaho, but I'm lucky I didn't get a speeding ticket because coming back from Yellowstone and from Grand Tetons in Yellowstone, I was going a little bit fast on one stretch of the road there. The classic Iranian Navy. Oh, I don't want to play that again. Wyatt Army watches on is his favorite. Okay, well, got to get the right one for the Wyatt Army because there's 2 of them. One of them's not very good. Let me see which one we got here. Okay. Media files, Silvery's Wyatt Army. Okay, I think it's this one. That's that one. Let's see this one.
The Wyatt Army.
Which one you like? The first one, the Marshall beat, or the second with the lady voice? Which one you like? Old Glory Bank. Yeah, no, Old Glory Bank, isn't that the one that was started by some patriots? The first one says, "Wow, come on, okay." Old Glory Bank, yeah. They bought an existing bank, is what they did. Yeah, who bought Old Glory? Okay, so let me see. Old Glory Bank is primarily co-founded and backed by 4 conservative figures: Ben Carson, John Rich, who's a singer, Larry Elder, and Mary Fallon Christensen. It was designed as a mainstream bank aimed at protecting constitutional rights, ownership opportunities available to the public through Old Glory Holding Company. Yeah, but they bought an existing bank. It's operating on the Old Glory Holding Company. It's not owned by a major Wall Street institution. Rather, it's offered private placement opportunities for individuals in investing ownership. Okay. Digital Asset Corporation. Okay. So Old Glory Bank, yeah. So what do you want to know about Old Glory Bank? It's fine. I just looked it up. It's people want first, they want second. The second version, vodka model. Okay, cool. That's for her son. So Old Glory Bank and Digital Asset Corporation announced business combination agreement to create a Texas company, publicly listed on NASDAQ. So you can buy the one. I'll probably buy shares in that then. So there you go. Old Glory Bank. Personal accounts, checking, savings, including options without monthly fees, free debit card, early pay, cash deposits, custom debit cards, business accounts, home loans. 100,000 line of death protection, business lending, Old Glory Alliance, co-founders. There they are. John Rich, country music star. FDIC insured up to $250,000 per depositor. So there you go. There's nothing wrong with this bank. So personal checking and savings. There we go. So freedom checking, freedom savings, premium checking. So it's $20 a month for premium checking. I don't pay for accounts, and so veterans get it free, I think. No monthly fee of savings, no minimum balance earns interest, one free debit card, free direct deposit of your VA benefits. Yep. Yep, so there you go. So, there you go, Old Glory Bank. Old Glory Bank, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Will the bank shares pay a dividend? I don't know. I'll have to look and see. Because that's, so let me go back to that, where they, hang on a second, back to that first page. OldGloryBank.com, okay. OGB is headed to the NASDAQ. Okay. Digital Asset Corporation, 176 million. Its trust account, no glories. Pre-money valuation will be 250 million in this transaction. Okay, so if you missed the earlier private opportunities to invest, you can still become a future owner of Old Glory Bank today. You can buy stock in Digital Asset Acquisition Corp. And they're going to join that bank or that company once they go public. So, okay, so, yep. Yeah, they're creating this bank so that people don't get unbanked because these big banks are doing that. What do you mean, why invest your money in the bank when you could buy the bank? Well, by investing in a bank, you are buying a bank. I don't understand. I don't understand your point. I don't know if that stock, let me see, I don't even know what that stock's called. So, DAAQ, let me take a look at that and see what that value of this that is and take a look at it. Okay, Google. DAX stock price, $10.28 a share. Okay, let's see, 5 years. Yeah, max. It's only been trading for, well, it hasn't been trading all that long. Yeah. So here it is. $10.28 a share. Market cap is 236 million, but the PE ratio is pretty high, 41. It's been as high as 11.24. It's been as low as $10.10. Hasn't been, I'm going to do more research on that before I spend any money on that, but yeah. Savings up 250,000. Well, no. You can save whatever you want, Brenda Ruth, but you have to understand, let's not get carried away. 250,000 is Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. By the way, I've been to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, got a tour there when I took work college students down there, went to FDIC, got a briefing from them. FDIC is insurance, and all banks that are they're chartered normally have FDIC insurance. I don't know any banks that don't. So that's what that 250 is per account holder, 250,000. Well, they charge $19 for that one type of account. So, I mean, that's, I don't know. I don't pay for banking. So they'll give it to me for free as a veteran. But if you're not a veteran, you're going to have to pay for that. So, yeah. So I don't pay. I don't pay for my checking accounts. I don't pay for my savings accounts. I don't pay. I don't. Banks have my money. They use it. They loan to people. And so I shouldn't have to pay for the service. Okay. Is he up yet on a vodka model? You want the first one? I thought you said the second one. Is he up now, vodka model? Let me know. We're up to 88. Boy, the people are dropping like flies watching the Night Owls this week. He's groggy. Well, we'll wake him up now. You ready? Here we go. You wanted the first one.
The Wyatt Army marches on.
What do you mean it won't cover everyone's accounts?
For decades in the uniform, he held the line so tight.
Of course it covers everyone's accounts.
Defending freedom everywhere from morning into night. From Europe down to Africa, the Middle East and home. The colonel hung his boots up, thought he'd rest his weary bones. He looked upon the world today, the chaos and the noise, and saw the messy circus of the digital decoys. He couldn't sit in silence.
It works
no,
like a
he
charm.
couldn't look away. He waited in the battle, ready for a brand new day. They tried to shut the signal down, the shadow and the band, but you cannot stop the spirit of a mission-driven man. Folks took notice of the voice, the clarity, the spark, and gathered round the fire. He lit inside the dark, and the Wyatt Army marches on. The signal is steady, the confusion is gone. We don't need the fancy
Well, there you go. Hopefully the young one's up and wide awake now, not groggy anymore. Good morning, Mark Hibber. What's going on? Loretta says, weird off the topic question. When you arrive in the USA, can you put $40,000 in a pension fund as a lump sum? What would be best for you to recommend to save for pension years? Loretta, okay, so you're limited in what you can put into funds based on income. You have to have income. So just putting money in, you're not really able to do that, to my knowledge. So individual retirement accounts, max contribution for 2026 for a traditional IRA under the age of 50 is $7,500 per year. If you're over 50, you can put $8,600 because you get a catch up. But you have to put in by the 15th of April, 2027 for this fiscal year, for this tax year. If you get Roth IRA, the max you can put in is, let me see. I guess it's the same for Roth. I thought it was different. Yeah. These limits apply to the total combined contributions across all traditional and Roth IRAs. Contributions must be made from earned income and catch-up contributions. So it has to be earned income. You have to have a job. So $40,000 you can't put into a retirement account when you come here. What you can do is put into a self-directed brokerage account with a reputable firm like Charles Schwab or someone like that, or E-Trade, and you can manage it on your own. And then, depending on your age, it would be wise to be cautious with it, depending on your age, Loretta. So I'm guessing your age, you're probably going to want to put a little bit in some high growth. The rest of it, you're going to put in something that's more secure, that's likely to hold, be less fluctuating going on. But you can't put that money in a retirement account. You can't dump it in a pension fund. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The only way that happens is if you have an existing plan that's already a retirement account here in America and you move from one employer to another, you might be able to convert it and send it over. IRA contributions for 2026 are $7,500 under age 50, $8,600 for those 50 and older. Yep. And for the Roth IRA, you start maxing out. Single head of household is $153,168. After $168,000, you cannot put any money into it. Married, following jointly, $242,000, $252,000. Above $252,000, you can't make any contributions. Yep. Your friend and his family are in Jacksonville. Okay. You're welcome, Bakama. The Ark of Covenant. Oh my goodness. Trolls are bored. Varushka, don't. That's just a troll. I just gave him a timeout. Hey, Peter, what's up? Yeah, well, TARP money is an individual retirement account, so. Not an individual retirement account, so you're kind of limited. So, Loretta, your best bet is to, I have a Roth IRA, but I haven't put money in it in years, so, since I retired, actually. Yep. No, before that, it's even longer than that since I put money in my Roth IRA. Quite a while. I don't even know what my Roth IRA is worth, to be honest. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised next time I look at it. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe pleasantly surprised. Maybe crestfallen. I don't know. Have to look and see. Okay. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, indeed. Okay, so make me... No, I didn't have to do it. I thought I was going to have to put a code in. Yeah, I haven't put money in there in years. Doing all right, though. Wish I'd put money in all these years. Would have been a lot better. I used to put money in religiously, but it's been... Gosh, I can't remember the last time I put money in. Probably 10, 11 years. If I put money in the last 10 years, I would have had a lot more money in this account. Anyway. But I get the thrift savings plan as a military person, and I put resources in that, so that one's done well. Anyway, so... Okay, cool. Well, yeah, but the problem you also have too, Loretta, is you're taking a chance they're not going to steal your assets. Remember, expropriation without compensation is about property. A retirement account is property. It's not just about land. So I'm not telling you the agency is going to do it. What I am saying is that you run a risk. You run a risk that if you leave assets in South Africa, that they're going to take it, particularly if they're spiteful because you're a refugee. I'm just saying. Also, you run the risk that the rand collapses too. Not saying it's going to happen, but I mean it's something you have to consider. So, and if you're not going to live in South Africa anymore, so you can only take as much as $55,000 without SARS clearance. Once you're here, you can look at investing for all into the service industry, where why would you invest in the service industry? Invest in lots of things. Yes, inflation is eating up. Well, inflation is eating up my retirement check. It's eating up my savings investments. I mean, the term millionaire doesn't mean much anymore because of inflation. People who are millionaires aren't really millionaires anymore. Yep. These guys that steal the Colonel's content. What are you talking about stealing my content? See, other YouTubers just use your info, but what channel, Brenda Ruth? What channel did you see it at? Of course they steal my content. Is it my video? Please let me know. There's lots of thieves. They're just, they have no moral compass. Just like the people attack me. It could be a bot meerkat, yeah. But where did you see this other channel? Some retirement can only be withdrawn after 3 years of non-tax residency. I don't know what you mean by that. You talking about South Africa? Oh yeah, Dean, both. It's very possible to put their money on all your stuff. Whoops, this crashed. What happened there? Another stream? Yes, of course. I always do night owls. Well, I missed it a couple times. I think I missed it last night. Maybe that's why the audience is small tonight. Yep. So, can you tell me where you saw that at? Okay, let me just search for 6,000 refugees, see what I get. Whoa, what's that? Wow. Well, I don't see it, so you're going to have to help me. Nothing showing up here. I don't watch these other refugee other channels, so you're going to have to help me with that. Oh, really? Haha, Morne Bota. Okay. Let's go there.
Goeiemôre Suid-Afrika, dit is net voor 5:00 op.
Well, I'm not going to listen to that. Maybe he came to his own conclusion. Okay. Yeah, lots of people steal my content. I don't know that he did, but I think I was the first. Usually I'm the first to put that out. So, but I did have 2 errors. I think I said April in the beginning. I should have said May. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I was rushing to get it done. Also, that one chart is wrong. Yeah, I don't know the rules for South Africa. They're. Thank you for that, Brenda. Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you. It's just theft. It's absolute theft. Why should you be taxed for taking your resources at more than the tax rate? They're just criminals. They're just absolute criminals. I remember the $3.64. It's now $50 entirely possible. Yeah, no, Peter, that's entirely possible. I was in Botswana. It was less than 5 rand to the dollar in 2009, 2010. Yep. Oh, that's okay. That's a penalty. Okay, that's fine. I understand. That's a penalty. You pay a penalty here, but it's only like 10%. I think. What is the penalty? Let me see. Penalty on. What is the penalty for early IRA withdrawal? For Roth, it might be higher. It's 10%. Roth IRA contributions can be withdrawn anytime, tax and penalty free. However, withdrawing earnings before age 59.5 and before the 5-year account mark triggers income tax and a 10% penalty. So I can actually take money out of my IRA, the one I just talked about right now. I can take that out right now, penalty free and tax free. Yeah, but I want that to keep growing. Yep. If you withdraw, that's a not Roth IRA, okay? There's an exception to 10% penalty if you're under 59.5. I'm past 59.5, and I've had it for the account for more than 5 years. So first-time home purchase, you can take $10,000 out for that. Qualified education for yourself, your spouse, children, or grandkids. Unreimbursed medical expenses that exceed 7.5% of your adjusted gross income. If you have to spend 20% of income for medical, then you can use money for that. Birth or adoption, $5,000. Disability or death, health insurance premiums. Yep. Anyway, so yeah, I can take my IRA now, my Roth. Pretty cool. Let's see if the traditional IRA. Traditional IRA. Let's see. That's also 10%. It's a lot better than South Africa. If you're under age 59, need to withdraw from IRA for whatever reason, you can, but it's important to know your potential taxes and penalties. Yep. Anyway, so yeah. What companies providing services, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC, these companies are growing expensive. Yes. Oh, no, those are huge. I've been saying that all along. As of March 2020, South African expats can only withdraw their retirement account and preservation funds when they can prove to SARS that they have been non-tax resident for under 3 years. All right, Dave, thanks. So you won't be able to take that money out necessarily. Moved all from one of my South bank accounts. They locked all transactions. Drop day limit. Could only swipe card. 1,000. Scary stuff. They probably thought it was fraud, Veroshka. Did you contact him? You and I talked about this. Didn't we talk about this already? Did you contact him? Yeah, no. South African authorities, scary stuff. What about pennies, Holden? What are you talking about? So let me see how we did today on the channel for viewers. Let me see. So, come on. There we go. So we had one peak, and that was when Professor G was here. We had 6,001 hour. Otherwise, we've not had many views. Apparently, people don't like my channel, so maybe I'll just quit doing it. Just saying. Anyway. No, we don't make pennies anymore. It really doesn't matter. I still use pennies. I still save them and put them in the bank. Yeah, moving money is always a tough thing. It's really a tough thing to watch out for. That's why today it's kind of handy that you can have like, foreign currency accounts for different banks. I was going to have a Swiss bank account back in the 1990s. I went to Zurich to set up a Swiss bank account, but their charges were too high. I wasn't going to pay them my money, which earned no interest to sit there. I'm not rich. Yeah, but that's not a retirement account, Brenda. That's not a retirement account. It's just moving cash. Loretta says, "Oh no quitting. You're not a quitter." Well, if nobody wants to watch the content, what are you going to do? People lost interest in the content. I put a lot of time and effort into the work this week, and their return on the Professor G was really good. That was very humbling and very nice to see. But the other stuff. That's okay, I guess. But the prepared videos just aren't doing much. Professor G, we got nearly 9,000 views on that now. Kiting is sending a check that you don't have funds to cover. That's kiting. What are you talking about by kiting? Yeah, we're at 9,000, nearly 9,000 views on that thing. Hope you are doing well. Life feels like a hypocrite. Sometimes asking me to wait while I just want to live. I don't know what you're talking about, Chaos Juggler. Life feels like a hypocrite. Vodka Model says the live was on fire with Professor G. Yeah, it was pretty good. We had a high chat rate. Oh, the tulips are dead, snippets. Tulips only last for about 3 weeks max. They're dead. I mean, the leaf, not the leaves, but the stems are all collapsing now. They're a springtime thing. Tulips come out in the spring. They come out of the bulbs. They come up. And hey, Sean, what's going on? Yeah, they come up out of the ground, and then they're here, and they're gone, just like that. That's why I never got the tulip craze, but then I didn't live in the 17th century, and I'm not Dutch, so I didn't really get it. But yeah. No, a lot of people get to watch it afterwards, Peter. That's true. Yeah, the tulips are done, man. The ones in here were amazing. You saw how high they got all the way up on the sign, all the way up to here. It was crazy. It was like from down here all the way up to here. That was crazy. The ones outside only got about this high this year, but I had a lot of them outside. I took a picture of the tulips. I think I showed that on the air a couple of times. Let me see if I can find it. It's been a while ago I took that picture. That photo, I should say, is picture. It's not a picture. Recent. Where's that at? I didn't take that photo, did I? I don't even recognize that. I don't want recent. I want camera. There's camera. Okay, so let me go back here. So the tulips would have been before these trips. Here's the flowers around my postal box. Check those out. Oh, yeah, tulips go really fast. So do my raspberries, because they look kind of minor now, but they're going to take off here shortly. So I'm looking for, I got to go back before Cleveland and Columbus and all that. Tulips are a few weeks back. Here we go. Here's my tulips. Okay, so you can see them out in the front under the tree. Yellow ones, pink and white ones, and then pink ones there. Let me see. Yeah, this is a good photo. You can see them a little bit better here. See the red and yellow one? That's a kind of unique one. Azaleas were in the front there. They hadn't bloomed yet. Alan says, I'm a Prestige's not most liked subscriber. I've disagreed with some of his analysis. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with people's analysis. It's just being rude to people is different. That's not right. But here, check this out. These are when they're really fully in bloom there. Come on. So that's my tree I planted all out in the front there. Come on. So, do I love gardening? No, I was a farmer, so it just comes naturally to me. So, yep. Anyway. Yep. Just comes naturally to me. What's this picture? I remember this one. Oh, I know what that is. Okay, cool beans. All right. It's one of those naughty little things. Oh my gosh, there's some really nasty language there. I better turn that off. You guys want to hear that? Yeah, they're only good for a couple weeks. Yeah, so you guys want to hear that nasty joke? That's from TikTok. I got that. So anyway. Been waiting for my opportunity to start America, not asking for perfection, just the freedom to build. Gotcha, Chaos Juggler, but you're far from alone. You're far from alone. You're not the only person that's been waiting since then. It doesn't make your situation any better or less tiresome or frustrating, but it is true. You're far from alone. Tinky, how's it going? So tomorrow, folks, I won't be doing the news program because I have to do judge training. Tomorrow, it's now today in 10 minutes. I have to go down to the county seat and do judge training for 3 hours. Hopefully it'll end soon or early. Then Minri is here, and then I'll do a late with Ronaldo. And then I've got to really focus on the Florida trip. I really don't know where I'm staying or what's going on yet. So Varoshka says that was my experience. No, Varoshka, I know that was your experience, but you and I chat about this. I mean, is it because they thought there was fraud, or are they trying to stop your money from getting out? Is what I was trying to figure out. Yeah, Tinky, they were beautiful. Yeah, so I've got those tulips and azaleas out in the front yard. I've got a lavender in the back of where those little flowers were around my mailbox. On the side, I've got a couple apple trees in the back and a couple, I forget what they're called, bushes here, and then some other azalea bushes out here. And then I've got my raspberry patch on the side. Hey, Sandra, what's going on? Yep, so, wow, I can't believe I've gotten through all these streams. Professor G and I today, the news today, Byron and I today, yesterday's news, the killer crocodile, and then before that we had Lehani talking about homeschooling for South Africans. How's that one doing? 2,500. Got 1,100 after the fact. Not a lot per hour, but a few people, 30 or 40 people per hour, so maybe people find that. So that was Lehani, and then Night Owls before that, and then the Cafe Klotz on Sunday, the Stamtisch with Lily on Sunday, and then the Wolverine State interview that was also on Sunday. So Saturday we had Kathy Price and Biden. Yep. So from Saturday on, since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, a dozen live streams before this one since Sunday. It's Tuesday. So, yeah. Oh, it's a rule, Varoshka. Well, that's just bullshit. That's just bullshit. That's wrong. It's your money. That's how they're trying to frustrate people. That's why I encourage people to set yourself up an account with dollars where you can transfer dollars, one way or another. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I hope that doesn't hit everybody. That's messed up. I hope it's a bankroll. Radio show will be on, Loretta, in the evening. That's correct. Yep, that'll be on tomorrow. Well, it's Wednesday evening. That's correct. Yep. Well, people are praying to come here. I'm looking forward to going back to South Africa. Yep, so hopefully that happens. We'll see. Let me check on something else over here. Okay. Well, today's stream will make the revenue a little stronger for the month because it wasn't particularly good so far, 5 days in, so that'll help a little bit. Anyway, all right, so 1635 sale, 40 tulip bulbs for 100,000 florins was recorded. For comparison, skilled labor might earn 100. Yeah. 100,000 florins for 40 tulip bulbs. That's crazy. Thank you, Peter, for sharing that historical note. That's crazy. Yeah, the tulip craze was unbelievable. And it died almost as quick as it began. It was just almost overnight. It died off. Yep. But this people with the craze right now is gold and silver. Let's check on the price of silver. Silver is insane. Today, per ounce today. $73 to $76 an ounce. That's absolutely insane. Silver's not worth that much money. That's insane. That's insane. What's gold up to? Gold is at 50. No, it's 4,500. So it's not its peak. Yep, that's crazy too. There's plenty of silver. It's not a shortage of silver. Gold is limited though. Yeah, they got another one in the Caribbean. I reported on that earlier today. Took them out. Yep. Okay, thank you, Varoshka. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much. No news on Wednesday. but we will have a refugee interview with Minri, and then I'll be on Ronaldo on Wednesdays with the Colonel. Okay. So thanks everybody. Yeah, I got you. I figured it wasn't Prat because you're missing an A. Dave says, thank you for all the time and effort you put in for all of us. Got subscribers. Oh, that's great, Dave. Great to hear that. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Oh, wow, we got a super chat in the stream. I had another one earlier, so thank you. All right, that's it, guys. Be well, and I'll see you for Minri's refugee interview, okay? Looking forward to it. All right, and I've got to coordinate the Florida trip. Got a lot to do for that, so thank you all so much. You're very welcome. Good night. I got to turn the heat down. I am cooking in this place. Whew, sitting here sweating. Anyway, I don't like the sweat. Not my cup of tea. I wouldn't do well on the surface of the sun. I don't think anybody would. Cheers, everybody.